Hello everyone, this is Henry Kramer, 605 Chaser. Just wanted to give you some breaking news here. If you haven't heard already, of course I'm sure you probably already have, we do have a significant risk in the western panhandles of Nebraska for some severe wind and hail. This is going to be, as you're looking at the radar loop, estimated radar loop of HRRR, you can see the timing. The timing is right up here. You can take a look at the valid section. So that's the timing all in Central Daylight Time. So you certainly are going to want to watch out. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at a few of the other risks. Of course, this is the overall risk area here. It's an enhanced risk in the areas of far northeastern Colorado and then western panhandle of Nebraska. We even have this slight risk here into Rapid City, although that there could be a few rogue cells in western part of South Dakota that really pack a punch later in the evening. I'll stop the loop here. So some of these areas, like this one that is over by Martin and Merriman, Nebraska, those areas around 9 p.m. if this thing holds things together. Again, this is a estimated radar loop of what timing could be based on HRRR. And then we do have that slight risk all the way up into Montana, marginal risk all the way over to the east of Rapid City, central part of South Dakota there. Let's take a quick peek at our risks for tornadoes. Low risk, but as you can see, Wolf Point, Montana, up there on Highway 2, there is a risk there. Let's go ahead and backtrack this HRRR weather model and see if there's any significance prior to that. Does not appear so. Timing of that is going to be difficult. So I would say based on this, that 2% risk, it would not be chase worthy in my opinion, because by the time it gets going, the energy of the day is going to be gone. And so even though they have that 2% risk, there could be some rogue cells that could get that going, and that's why this HRRR is showing that risk right there. Those would be some areas of concern. Really no risk in the Rapid City area of tornadic activity. But again, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the wind threat. That's the most significant of all of these. That wind threat is primarily the western panhandle of sandhills of the Nebraska area, or where we have the hatched area, significant severe impact. And again, as you can see, if we bring this estimated radar loop back a little, you can see right in here where we have this line of storms, that's where that wind is expected to be the most severe. And according to this particular weather model update, sometime after 6 p.m. is when you need to be on the lookout for that. Let's go ahead and back this to the 6 p.m. time frame. And again, these are Central Daylight Time. So as you can see, after 6 p.m., really things northeastern part of Colorado and then western parts of Nebraska get ramped up quite a bit. It does try to get keep its act together all the way through North Platte, and that's hence the reason they have the slight risk for the wind, and then even over to Broken Bow, a 5% for the wind. But I do estimate that by the time that it gets over to that area, it's going to be pretty much died out. We'll have, obviously some showers and maybe a few brief wind events, which would be into the 45, 50 mile an hour gusts here and there. But the overall severe will be done by 10 p.m. to midnight area. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hail threat. There is that as well. we've got the hail threat is all the way up to the Montana area. As you can tell, the hail threat is up in Montana because of the fact that we will have those towering, the ability for those towering supercells up in that area. So some hail up there, 15% chance of that. And again, while there's not necessarily much of a risk for hail here, there's going to be numerous storms that will be capable of having significant wind event as that front pushes through. At the time of this update, I do want to give you where the latest surface analysis is. Let me go back into that here. And this is as of 4 a.m., so it's a little outdated as of this post. But as you can see, this low pressure system here, this is trying to bring in some disturbance with this trough right here. And then this is going to be your main weather maker right here. As this pushes through later today, this is what's going to disrupt things along with a low pressure. Let me go ahead and put on the 500 millibar wind, and then that way you'd be able to see that a little bit better from this standpoint. As you can see, that low turning over into Utah area. Circle that. This is that low pressure right here. And just watch that as it barrels through Colorado and then over into western parts of South Dakota, eastern parts of Montana, as well as just this whole swath here. So that's the latest information that we have. The timing, a quick peek at the current radar does show few spotty showers. This is as of 7:58 a.m. Central Daylight Time on September 17th. So a few spotty showers over in the Minnesota area. Nothing real huge. We will take a quick peek now at tomorrow's update for SPC. The marginal risk moves to Sioux Falls. So folks in Sioux Falls, I do expect actually tomorrow, being Wednesday, I do expect there to be an area of concern that actually is going to be a slight risk. Somewhere in this vicinity, they will have a slight risk. That's my thought. That's nothing that I have knowledge. I don't work for the Storm Prediction Center, but just based on some of the models that I've been looking at. Let's go ahead and bring that in. Let's take a look at the NAM 12K. That'll be able to give us an idea that far out of how things could progress for the 18th. As you can see, 10 a.m., few spotty showers. The one thing that's going to hinder it is if these showers linger on in the morning for Wednesday, that could hinder our afternoon development and convection to happen. So it could hinder things. That's the if right now. And so that if that hinders it, then I would suspect that we would have that marginal risk and we wouldn't really have the slight risk. As you can see, the NAM 12K does try to pick up on a few stronger storms right in south of Sioux Falls, so over by the Sioux City, as well as east of Grand Island for tomorrow. And this update for the NAM 3 or the NAM 12K does show that. Let me go backtrack one more time to that 1 a.m. So this is putting it as difficult to really get convection going. And then if we look at the GFS just for comparison purposes, again, this is for tomorrow, the 18th. Now the GFS does put this pretty strong. You can see out in parts of Gillette, Wyoming and Montana that right here. There we go. The GFS does put this a lot stronger, and so that's why I think there's a 50-50 shot of significant severe weather. This could be possibly some wind and even possibly some hail tomorrow on the 18th, depending on how much the morning time showers on the 18th impact the development and the convection. So stay tuned for that. We'll have another update here tomorrow morning, and we'll have that update to show what exactly how those models have changed. You guys have a great day. I want to thank our sponsors, Fit Revolution Nutrition, Refuel Nutrition, as well as Mission Nutrition. Those are all located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Check them out today. Make sure you tell them 605 Chaser sent you. We also have our great partners at Prairie Pro General Contractors. Check them out at prairieprosd.com. God bless y'all and stay safe.